Okay, so we're on to episode 2, and I just need a moment here to try and process the ridiculousness of this. You know, the episode literally starts off with Amanda Waller waking up and then giving herself some affirmation for the day. You are the master of your universe. You control all things within it, and you will bring fire, Amanda. I could literally tell you no one has ever cared about Amanda Waller's daily routine, especially what she does in the morning. No one has ever cared about that. No one. My God, what they have done to this character is absolutely criminal, you know. What they did to Amanda Waller in the comics is bad enough, because they've turned her into some kind of character that's completely unrecognizable. But in this episode, boy, they really show the character assassination of this character, how they just destroy. They're trying to make it seem like it's something it is, but it isn't. So Amanda Waller is holding Sam Lane in her secret penitentiary prison and interrogating him on what he learned about Superman. Why? Because apparently when he didn't finish the job of killing Superman, he went back to Task Force X, and since she's in charge now, she had him locked up and she's interrogating him. It makes no freaking sense, because last time, this is what happens when you screw around with these things. And because Sam Lane is just supposed to be a general in the army. No, apparently he's now apparently was a general, but now he's running Task Force X, and that's apparently it. Because last time I checked, if a general in the United States Army goes missing, someone's going to look, but apparently that doesn't make any kind of situation here whatsoever. So yeah, she goes to see what she wants to interrogate him to get the information about him and all of this stuff. Lois and Clark are trying to look for clues as to where her father could be. You know, they're going around, and they run into this boy named Billy, who apparently his father works at Stryker's Island. And when his father started to realize that some of the inmates were going missing, he looked into it and then he disappeared as well. So the boy wants to know if they could find Superman and get Superman to help him, because his father hasn't been home yet. We never see this child's mother, so I don't know if this child, who looks like he's probably about 8 or 9 years old, is living on his own while his father's disappeared. We don't know. But, you know, that's supposed to make sense, and this is not the only ridiculous thing that involves children that happens in this episode, but alright. No problem. Perry talks to Jimmy and tells him that, you know, he hasn't uploaded anything to his Flamebird site in a little while, and that he needs him to do that. He needs him to keep uploading, because it needs to be daily. You know, it's like the Daily Planet. He needs it to be daily for him to keep uploading stuff. So he tells him that, you know, he needs to get a team together to help him, but Jimmy keeps saying that, you know, he's a one-man show and gets it out of the other. But Perry decides, okay, he's going to assign him he's going to assign him a team with some new interns and Steve Lombard. And who are the interns? The literal children that Lois had working with her, who used to run around distributing newspapers and things. I mean, literal children. None of them look like they're older than probably 11 years old. And Perry White had hired them as interns. That's illegal. These are children, they're labor laws. You cannot just take children and put them to work for you. That's criminal as hell. That's a story you could write right there. Editor-in-chief from Daily Planet violates labor laws right there. But no, apparently that's perfectly okay, because that makes sense for some reason. So Lois and Clark go to Stryker's Island. She has some ridiculous plan about pretending to be some wealthy heiress, and he's her bodyguard, and they want to get in. So instead, he just turns into Superman and flies them inside. Should have been the simpler thing to do from the very beginning. They go in and they realize that the whole prison is empty. Just empty, completely empty. So Superman uses his X-ray vision and realizes that there is a door behind this wall. They open it. She decides to jump down an elevator shaft because, you know, she knows Superman is always going to catch her. And better hope to God his powers didn't give out at that point. But anyway, so they go down this elevator shaft and realize that there's this massive complex hidden under Stryker's Island. And what exactly is happening in there? When they go into it now, they realize that this is Task Force X base, and that they have all these different weapons that they're doing there. So Waller threatens Sam, you know, threatens Sam with his daughter and stuff. Okay, Lois and Superman break in there. They rescue him, and while they're trying to escape, they come across Billy's father and the rest of the so-called detainees. And what is actually happening is that Amanda Waller is abducting people, whether they be prisoners, non-violent prisoners who couldn't pay their bail, people who worked at the prison and asked too many questions or whatever. She's just abducting them, taking them down there and experimenting on these people. Because the same thing with the Kryptonian tech. What she's doing is experimenting on these people with the Kryptonian technology. And if they manage to survive, then she knows, okay, this is good. It could be used with her agents, so she gives it to them. So she's taking civilians and turning them into guinea pigs. That's it. This is not something Amanda Waller would do. Now, don't get me wrong, Amanda Waller might, you know, bend the occasional rule. If she has to, you know, probably eliminate or abduct one or two civilians or something to lose or like that, okay, but not dozens of people. If somebody like, let's say, Lex Luthor is doing it and she could use him to get something out of it, she would do that. But she would not go and abduct all these people to do these things. But no, this is what you're doing. You've ruined this character and turned her into this, I am the strongest black woman in the world type nonsense. And if you think that was stupid enough, she shows up with yet another agent who's Atomic Skull. I don't know what kind of Kryptonian technology Krypton had, that it's turning people into parasites, electric powers, sonic blast, shooting fire, and now there's this, this agent Joseph Martin activates this thing that floods his entire body with radiation, turning him into the Atomic Skull. I tell you, this whole everything is some agent using Kryptonian technology is getting really bad fast. There is no, how should I say this, uniqueness to these villains anymore. Nothing. They don't have their own origin stories. They don't have anything that makes them unique and special. No, they're all just a bunch of agents working for a mad woman who has a problem with Superman. And the thing about it is that when Sam Lane sees this, he's like, I've never seen this place. I don't know what's happening. You ran Task Force X for years. It's not like she built this place last week. This had to have been done for years, and you had no idea this was going on. None. And then she comes out there, and she tells him that you know, that's the problem with you, Sam. I will do whatever it needs to be done to protect you. If that means that a few humans have to be sacrificed to ensure the survival of humanity, I will do that. And you're like, oh, look, she's all willing to bend. She's all willing to do whatever it takes. Yeah, we'll get to why that's crap shortly. Very shortly, we'll get to why that's crap. So while Superman is there fighting this, actually even before that, when Superman finally tells Lois that he has a cousin, Kara, and he needs to find this key to locate her. You understand me? She's all, maybe you shouldn't bring any more Kryptonians there. And I'm like so sick of her crap at this point. Honestly, really and truly sick of her crap at this point. And some people may say, oh, well, considering what happens, I could kind of understand that part. But here's the reason why I'm sick of her crap. You wanted Superman to help you find your father, the same man who hunted him down, attacked him numerous times, captured and tortured him, and still hates him because he's an alien. You understand? You wanted Superman to just put all of that beside himself and help you find your father. But no, when he mentions to you that, he has a cousin who's out there somewhere and he needs to find her to help her. No. Suddenly you have a problem with it, but maybe we shouldn't. And they go, shut your freaking mouth. God, are you selfish? God, is she freaking selfish? If Superman had said, you know what? Sorry, not going to help you find your father. He's a bad guy. I'm not going to leave that. But you would have never hear the end of it. But no. That's supposed to be okay now. Oh, crap. So while Superman is struggling, of course, fighting Atomic Skull, because, that's what he does, Jimmy decides to lead his new group of Steve Lombard and children who shouldn't be working for them, but anyway, to go and check out some story. They go to the docks to try and get a ferry to Strikers Island. That the ferry isn't the last ferry left. Steve says that he knows some guy with a yacht, so Jimmy decides to get that spending even more money, because I tell you, before this is over, he's going to be broke again. So they get a yacht. While Superman is struggling and fighting against Atomic Skull, he ends up causing the roof to collapse, trapping Atomic Skull. Lois, her father, and the rest of the illegally captured detainees try to escape outside and all of that. Amanda Waller confronts them, and Sam Lane, in his pathetic thing, is still trying to tell her, we can go back and start over. We can do this right. You still need me. And then you get to find out Amanda Waller's real motives behind all of this. All that, I'm willing to do whatever. I'm the one who's willing to do whatever needs to be done. No, all that is just a bold-faced lie. You know what a real this is? Oh, so you could be in charge? No, I'm going to be in charge. I'm better than you. I can do this. I'm the one who let out the prisoners. I want to be in charge. I'm a black woman. I should be. I'm like, Jesus Christ, lady. Every time they screw in these characters, you get this, Amanda Waller was never like this. She's a cold, ruthless, cold-hearted bitch, yes, but with a purpose. And Amanda Waller is basically just an evil bureaucrat to do whatever she does for the government. She never wanted to prove herself to anybody or be anything. She knew what she was doing, and she was damn well capable of manipulating everybody and anybody to get what she wanted. But no, you turn this whole thing now into let's whine about it. So when she decides to shoot all of them dead, Superman shows up, takes all the weapons, crushes them, and then he uses his super breath to blow them all away. When Jimmy shows up on his newly purchased or rented yacht, whatever, which cost him money again, all of them jump on board, and they manage to escape as some news choppers come overhead. So while they're on the boat now, Superman changes back into Clark, tries to go and talk to Lois. They have a brief little something. She goes to her father, who tells her that, he can't believe that Waller would do that. Really? You can't believe that. But anyway, can't believe that she would do that. And that, he needs to go underground. He's compromised now. She tells him, you can stay with me. He tells her, I'm compromised. They're going to be looking for me, and then they will start with you. So what's her brilliant idea? He can stay with Clark and Jimmy. Yeah, because why don't you just tell him outright that Clark is Superman? As a matter of fact, the fact that he hasn't figured it out yet is astonishing. A literal alien spaceship came out of the ground where his parents' house is. I mean, that should have just like narrowed it down for you, but whatever. You know, and he agrees to it because he has a problem with the fact that, you know, Clark wasn't there when Lois went into this dangerous situation. Yeah, give it about an episode or two and you're going to see, he'll find out that, you know, Clark is Superman, because that's clearly going to happen. After that's done now, Amanda is getting chewed out by Checkmate, who's telling her that, you know, she's not the only person who could run Task Force X. Once again, the whole reason she's doing this is because she wants to be in charge. I'm better than you. I'm a black woman. You have to respect me. God have mercy. While that's going on now, an escaped Ivo comes charging at her like a lunatic. She starts to shoot at him. It has no effect. Only for Ivo to be taken down by his former assistant. When Mr. Former Assistant comes to Waller and lets him know, you know, he was the one behind Ivo's technology and all of this, and he's willing to work with her to stop Superman and everything else, she agrees to hire him, and he tells her to call him Lex Luthor. I mean, we all know he's going to eventually betray her and become mad with power, but, you know, big reveal. Terrible way to bring in Lex Luthor, in my opinion. Terrible, terrible way. Absolutely terrible. And that's it. Once again, yet another character destroyed, because rather than Amanda Waller be somebody interesting, no, let's turn her into, I want to be in charge because I don't want no man tell me nothing because I'm a black woman and I'm supposed to be all powerful. God, it effing it. Ay. My final rating for episode 2 of my adventures with Superman, I will give this episode a 1.3 out of 5. You probably know why. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like, even though they hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.